Yeah. Yes. There we go. We are live. What's up, Nate?
What's happening?
Oh,
Hi.
oh man. Hey, Ryan.
Howdy.
It has been a busy, busy day for us. How about you guys?
Yeah.
Same. I look like I just went through a coal mine.
You doing some sandblasting?
Huh?
Was Ryan doing some sandblasting?
No, actually, we finally installed that new oven we got in.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I just healed up from that.
Yeah, the paint booth is now fully armed and operational, and Nate has a brand new oven for him to do all the painting to his heart's content.
I'm so
Nice.
excited. I mean, you can literally fit a 50 cal barrel in there,
Or a person.
so I'm very excited.
Good. Have you? So you got it all wired up then?
Yes,
Awesome.
And it heats up pretty good.
dude. This thing is mean. It heated up to 200 degrees within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice. Where did you end up putting it in the shot?
In the paint booth. You want to see?
Yeah, I do.
Let's see. How do I turn my camera around on this one without muting myself? Back camera. Here we go. All right. Shop tour.
I feel like I was just there, Nate.
Boom.
Oh, look at that. That fits
Yep.
perfect.
And then we've got 2 extra ovens
There you go.
and our paint area.
Good Lord, that looks claustrophobic.
It
Oh
looks
no, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Nate and I both of us stood right at the end there. And I was able
Yeah.
to stand next to him and film. So
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is monstrous.
Look at this.
oh yeah.
And that's the heat element
Look.
at the back. And it has some.
You can fit a human in it.
All right, now we're going to close that door. No, sorry.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Super good.
super dope.
Yeah. I think you need more stickers on it though.
Oh yeah, that's obviously to come. There's Ryan's wife calling him.
Oh. Is he
Nope.
in trouble?
I don't think so. Not yet. Tyler's calling me.
That's never a good sign when you don't know, man.
What the fuck is this?
That's when you get hit with the ambush.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, if it was his wife, which it wasn't, but if it was his wife, he probably should answer. Given that she got shot last weekend.
We okay to talk about that?
Yeah, it's fine. She's fine.
Ryan, you've cooled down?
Ryan has Ryan's cooled down a little bit. He had to go take a phone call real quick, but I'll speak for him. Basically, his wife, well, let me just say what happened, right? We were holding our range day event, and
He was calling to check Savannah.
oh, okay. Well, here Ryan's back, so I'll let Ryan tell the story of what happened and
Yeah, it was a fun experience. Not really, not at all. So we set up the range day, and it was going to be at least twice as big as what our last one was. We were super excited for it. We had some of our vendors out there and everything, and before every single range day, whether Dave, you've been to like GOAs, and we've gone to Eric's before. Before any shooting starts, there's always a safety brief. You have to have a safety brief to go over the rules of the range, to go over just basic safety, to tell everybody what they can and can't do, and specifics of the range day. We did that. Me and Nate talked to everybody, and we thought that everything was pretty much self-explanatory. But one of the biggest rules of the day was that nobody could shoot high velocity rifles or shotguns at the close pistol targets. And they're all metal plate targets. That was very clear. It was very clear. Everyone knew what they're supposed to do, and you would think that people would understand that because stuff like what happened to my wife happens all the time if you don't follow those safety rules. Well, it was about 30 minutes before the day was out. We had a great day. It was an awesome range day, and it was still a really good day. And all things considered, Savannah is okay now. But we had a gentleman that was there at the range that, you know, when you get down to the brass tacks of it, it's complacency. It's a little bit of complacency and being kind of lazy and negligence because he decided to load a 12 gauge slug into his Maverick 88 that we had just finished painting for him and we gave him to at the range day. And thinking or not thinking, he fired one shot into the close steel plate. And before any of us could say anything, Savannah actually saw him do that. He fired a second round right into that plate. And when that happened, a piece of slag hit the plate, flew straight back and right into her outer thigh. So we immediately went over. I was right there with her and applied first aid, made sure she was good, made sure that the bleeding wasn't like a hemorrhaging bleeding. And you know, Nate was right there beside me. He was fantastic. The guys there that were there that had their IFACs were fantastic because we made sure that people had medical equipment standing nearby, and they were awesome. And I can't thank the guys enough for them being there to help me with everything because they were Johnny on the spot. I mean, Savannah also is a total badass because, and I can say that for my wife. She was awesome. She didn't scream, panic, flip out or anything. She was like, "Ow, that kind of hurt." And then she looked down and she didn't know she was bleeding until I came over there and was helping her. But she was fantastic through the entire thing, and you know, got her patched up. And you know, I tried to keep my composure as much as possible because you know it's my wife. I'm gonna make sure she's good first, then I'll flip out later. So, but that was kind of the story of how the event happened.
Yeah, and you know, really unfortunate that that happened because the person responsible for this is a firearms instructor, um, and should have known better. And it was really kind of a shock and a surprise to have that happen um, at a range day that was going very well. You know, this was in the last 30 minutes of our day. We were wrapping up, and that negligence just still absolutely blows me away, surprises me. I can't get over it. I'm furious. You know, I'm furious. One, because it tarnished the range day. You know, you know, you have 40 people out there, and we all conducted ourselves in a safe manner the entire day, except for this one person. And now we're going to host another range day event, and my fear is that, you know, people aren't going to want to come because of a lack of safety on the part of other individuals who attended. So you know, uh, that's disappointing. I'm so glad that Savannah's okay. You know, she's pregnant, and that 10 millimeter disc of slag penetrated her thigh and went all the way down to her femur, behind her femur. Could you imagine if that hit her belly? Could you imagine if it hit her in the face or anywhere else? You know, um, thank God it was her thigh because I mean I don't know what we would have done had it gone wrong. You know.
I would be in jail. Y'all would just be talking to Nate, no, not me.
Yeah. So I mean, I think this individual really needs to take a moment and reflect about how they conduct themselves. And I hate it because this person, in all of the interactions that we've had together, has been a very good person to us, and we've had a great relationship. Um, and it's just so shocking and surprising that he did this. You know.
Right.
So, but you know, we've all been to range day events where something went wrong. You're around firearms long enough, you'll see something like that happen. Um, but that's the whole point of a safety briefing, is to make sure that everybody understands the rules of the range before you get started, so that this doesn't happen. And this individual took it upon themselves to ignore the rules, and something bad happened. So you hate that. You really do hate that. And I don't know. I feel like this person really needs to do some deep reflection about their use of firearms.
Right. Ryan, are you okay with talking about her recovery at all? Like what the plan is going forward? Because
Yeah. So it's luckily enough, whenever it first happened, and I went over and we were applying first aid to her and everything, I felt around the wound area to see if there was anything sharp. I could feel anything sharp, and there wasn't. So I had a 50-50 shot of like, okay, maybe it just bounced off of her, or it's going to be in her leg. So we did go to the ER, went and took the X-rays and everything. That's where we found out where it was at and how deep it had gone, and they had referred us to an orthopedic urgent care over in Athens, Georgia, and went there the following day because they're open on Sundays, and we were able to talk to them, and they immediately were like, "We won't be able to do anything here. You've got to go talk to an orthopedic surgeon." So we had the first appointment the very next day to go see the orthopedic surgeon. He talked to us about it. We talked to him about the issues and what would be going on, and he was saying that the procedure to take it out is very doable. It's something that he has done before numerous times, but it is kind of an invasive process because of how deep the metal had went into her leg. So she would probably have to go under anesthesia to do that, and she can't do that right now because she's pregnant. So the process basically is right now is just make sure that an infection doesn't happen. So she's on antibiotics that she can take, and she'll have to stay on those, and it'll have to heal up currently until the baby gets here, and then after the baby gets here, then she can have the surgery. So she'll be walking around with it in her leg pretty much all summer until September, which is not ideal because you don't want metal inside of you that's not supposed to be there in the first
let
place.
alone lead. Lead while you're pregnant. That's
Right.
that was nothing ideal. So, because according to California, if you just handle bullets, you're going to get cancer, and you
Right.
shouldn't handle while you're pregnant. So,
And that was one thing that we did bring up with the surgeon. We talked to him about it, and he said that because it is a 10 millimeter in diameter, or like width disc that went into her leg, but he did say that where it's at, it's not near any major nerves or blood vessels and stuff like that. So the soft tissue that forms around it, like as it begins to heal, will basically just encapsulate it, and it'll just be there. He's like, there's no real worry of it dissolving or it matriculating into her bloodstream, so it wouldn't raise her lead levels to a point where it would be hazardous for her or the baby, is what he said. So I'm going based off of the doctor's opinion and the surgeon's opinion, and just make sure that we're doing everything the right way and she's okay. We'll have to wait till the baby little miss Hazy gets here, and then we'll get the lead out, so literally. So
For fuck's sake, people, I'm wide awake. I'm just listening intently to my buddy's harrowing story of his wife being a bigger badass than he is. Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, that was one thing.
Tell her I'm going to work on fabricating her some steel chaps for the next range.
Yes, Savannah was a total G about the whole thing. I mean, she did not lose her cool. She did not cry. She did not, complain about the pain. She was a total G about it. And
she's feeling it now.
Yeah.
But she was a total G then. She's a little sore at the moment.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine. And sorry, yeah, I had the wrong mic setting, so I hope everybody can hear us better now. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that coming in the chat. A lot of people wishing her well. So
Thanks,
we really
guys.
appreciate that, guys. And Emmanuel, he donated $2 for you.
Oh, well, look at that.
Thanks, brother man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Texan, what's up, buddy? I see you on there. And thanks for telling me to fix the mic. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. So, boy, well, yeah. Thank God that didn't end up worse than what it did, and it sounds like she should have a speedy recovery once your little one has arrived. So,
Yep.
there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
She's doing all right. As long as, and she keeps taking her medicine and stuff like that, she should be fine. She's out of work all this week. Taking a load off the leg. So the doctor said she should heal up. With it currently being the situation it is, and then she'll just have to endure that until the baby gets here, and then it'll be kind of a cool story to tell the little one. Like, hey, your mom carried this piece of lead around with her while she carried you. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm guessing, Nate, that's going to change. That's going to change up some ways that you do things for future range days.
Yeah, definitely. It was a learning experience. We had a previous range day event to this one where we had the same rules, same setup. Nothing went awry. But unfortunately, it's caused us to have to change things up and make it a little more strict. So we're gonna have some RSOs on the line, basically watching everyone. We're gonna change up where you can shoot pistol, where you can shoot shotguns, and where you can shoot rifles on the range. We're gonna kind of adjust the targets to accommodate that, and anyone found to be ignoring the rules
Being unsafe.
is gonna be immediately kicked out and fined.
Yeah, single strike rule. No more. No, there is no second or third chance, because it only takes one chance for something to go wrong. So if anyone is found to be doing anything unsafe, not following the safety procedures, or just being negligent and not correcting themselves, they will be asked to leave. They will never be able to come back. We will not allow them in the store, and they will be fined immediately.
Yep. Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully our next one will be in the fall, and hopefully it'll be incident free.
Yeah, hopefully. We started this live off on a pretty Debbie Downer mood. That's not normally how we run our lives. So
No.
Besides that, how else did the range day go? I saw
up till that point, it was fantastic.
It was the best one we've had.
It was by far the best one we had. We had a lot of fun. There were a lot of really cool guns out there. Shaw Armament was out there, so they had a full array of their suppressors for everybody to try out.
Bunch of full auto stuff.
They had a Barrett 50 cal with a suppressor on it, and unfortunately, they didn't bring any ammo for it.
That's kind of a
But
showcase.
one person had one 50 cal round, and so was able to walk over and put it in there and fire it, which was cool. And
Right.
It was amazing how quiet that gun became after with the suppressor on there. So just a testament to Shaw Armaments products. They definitely make some great products. We had a couple of their suppressors out there on our guns as well, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Everybody had a great time. There were a lot of people who showed up who were trying to get guns sighted in, and took the first 30 minutes or so to get their guns sighted in, and it was a lot of fun. We all had a good time. It was definitely a great community of people, because everybody was sharing their guns, letting each other try each other's guns. Some people were having technical difficulties, and some of us brought tools so we could help them out. And so it was a great day for some community.
I'll tell you one thing though, I have a knack for picking the hottest day to do this crap, because it was the hottest day for April.
Definitely, it got up into the 80s.
It's like 86 degrees outside.
And yeah, so it was a little warm. But all this week's been pretty cool. Like the high has been like 66 all this week.
Sure.
This week would have been perfect to have it. It would have been a beautiful day, but
I think we hit 55 today, so
oh, nice.
we're trending upwards. So.
Yeah.
Sean asked you that question.
Let's see. Sean says, "Sorry, went down. That sucks. People are idiots." But I have a question for Nate. Do you use the Iwata Eclipse brush? What nozzle do you use? And can you use gun candy through it? Yeah. So I used to use the Iwata Eclipse, but I've kind of switched up and I've started using Posh products, and I really like the Posh Talon. That's what I use now. It has 3 interchangeable tips, so a point 0.3, a point 0.5, and a point 0.1, and it also has an HVLP tip, so it can give you a wide fan. That's what I use. I absolutely love it. I'll never go back to an Eclipse. The Eclipse is about $150. The Posh Talon, you're looking at spending about $275 on one of those. So it's a little bit of an upgrade, but its spray is really fine. A lot of adjustments on it, a lot of things you can do with it. It's great airbrush, but for your purposes, the Eclipse is totally fine. It will do everything you want it to do, and it absolutely will spray gun candy. Yeah, not a problem.
Cool. William Red, legendary collab. What?
What?
It's only like what, the 20th time we've collabed together.
It's funny, like, yeah, every time we do it, there's always people seeing us together for the first time.
Yeah, that's it's kind of funny.
Where you been?
Feels like the first time.
All right.
Tyler says there were some really good looking refinished and painted guns out there too. Not real sure who did the work on them. Yeah, Tyler. That's funny. Just got my first 1911. Any beginner tips?
Don't shoot yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot like Dirk. Dirk the work. Straight
So-
pimping.
Dustin's got some good advice for 1911 owners.
Where do I even start? Wear a belt. They're freaking heavy. Keep
Wear a
them clean.
belt. Yeah, so
Well, hey-
what's new with you guys?
I was gonna say we got in some cool stuff today. We're collabing with some brands out there, and they sent us some neat things to review and play with and have fun with. And if you want to start with,
I will. I just want to address that. Was it AID 633? And the only reason I want to address this is because we literally looked this up today. Rock Island has a double stack 10 millimeter 1911. It's oh shit, what is it? Tech, Rock Island,
Ultra
Tac,
yeah,
Ultra Tac or something Tac. It's
Ultra
out there.
Tactical.
It's out there. It's made by Rock Island. They got a lower pick rail and all that good stuff, so you can gooch it out if you want. But yep, Rock Island's got a double stack 10 mil out there. It holds 16 rounds plus one.
All right. So to some of the cool stuff. So Dustin's wearing the right shirt today for once, and you're gonna want to hold it right
For once.
So we got a mini battle axe in from Wooks, and if anybody remembers, we did the Mossberg 500 Wooks wood furniture for a video, and so they sent us some other goodies, and one of them is this axe because we use battle axe in our videos. So this one's a little bit more my size, but it is actually a pretty nice little camp axe. They call this the Solo, and so what I'm going to do real quick, if anybody's interested in this, Wooks was kind enough. They gave us a promo code. I'm going to see if this pulls up here. There we go. So what do they call? I'm sorry, Dustin, you know this. What do they call that?
I forget what they call it. It's a
Button?
Matic.
Matic.
Matic pick
What?
or something.
Yeah, Matic blade. But
Matic blade. That's what they.
There you go. So Matic blade on the back end there. But they forge these axes themselves. So I guess it's not outsourced. And then nice walnut handle on there, and they laser engrave the grip and their logo. And I guess you can in the checkout there's a way to customize these. So if you want them engraved with a certain saying or somebody's name or something, there's a way to custom engrave them. So there's a QR code there, and also I think a link dropped in the chat. So
Yeah. David Gosby, Wooks does good wood.
It's good wood. So this was one of the things they sent us. We're going to use in some upcoming shorts, but that's about it. That we're going to use that for. Give that back to you, and it is sharp. Dustin was actually slicing paper with it. We can show you that real quick. So we're trying to be careful. The other battle axe that we have is really dull.
Yeah.
So we don't mind.
It's flat.
Waving that thing around, but this.
It's just awkward to
try and.
I mean, there's sharper out there, but when you're talking about an axe, it's like, how sharp do you really need it? Because there is a certain level of sharpness that's just wasting your time. But as I'm looking at it, this would make an awesome addition to someone's trapping pack out, because you got the little Matic on the back for digging, and
Let's try this.
Possibly spiking a skull with something a little bit bigger. But I mean, it's a really cool. I really like it. They actually, the bottom side of the head is sharp as well. So
there we go. Chavo, yeah, I mean, so we have to keep the screen in portrait so people on their phones can see it. We can make the screens bigger, but then it shrinks the actual camera size down, and then you don't get to see everything on camera. So we got to unfortunately leave it like this. But what I'm going to do real quick.
And when we're showcasing stuff like this to you guys, it's not really an ad. It's more of a, hey, look at this cool shit that we found.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm an axe guy. I like tomahawks and stuff. And that is I believe a tomahawk handle would fit in that if for some reason it would break or something like that.
Yep. So I added our our second camera on the screen there at the bottom, and these are some other goodies that we got in today. And right there in the middle, it's a little hard to see, but we can't touch firearms on the lives, otherwise we get the boot. So we're not going to touch any of them. But right there in the middle is the Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly. It's the Glock clone, and they sell those for $295. And it's
better
worth
than Shadow Systems.
Yeah, I think it's worth every penny.
It is much tighter than a Shadow Systems.
Yeah, so Bear Creek sent us that to test out, and then right behind it is another Bear Creek rifle. That AR is chambered in 450 Bushmaster. Yeah, because we hate our shoulders.
Yep.
So
like screw that guy's cover, the car behind him, and my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to test those out for Bear Creek, and then I don't know, I hadn't looked at the chat yet real quick, but if anybody notices what's on the bottom right hand of the screen there in camo, I know it's hard to see. High Point sent us their brand new YC9. That's the actual yeet cannon. So, and Dustin, what's the big differences on that versus the original?
So the one thing everyone always complained about the rattle on the C9, on the YC9, there's no longer the rattle because of the grip safety. So the rattle you were hearing in the original C9, unless I'm mistaken, which could possibly be because it's been a year since I talked to them, but the rattle is actually their drop safety that you're hearing. And now that they have the grip safety, that piece is no longer needed. So now it's like you rattle it, it doesn't make any noise anymore. So all you haters about the C9 rattling, right there.
And also, so High Point is actually part of. They have a parent company, and I don't know if MKS is the actual. MKS, I think, is the actual parent company of High Point.
Yeah.
So one of the other companies they have is Full Forge Gear, and they make range bags, they make backpacks, they make pistol bags, rifle bags, plate carriers. They make ballistic helmets, and they actually make armor, which we were super surprised. Show these here real quick. I don't even know what this weighs. I don't know. Do you guys remember at Goals? Did you guys stop by the High Point booth and then see the Full Forge gear? Like
Yes, we did.
This thing, it feels like I'm holding a paper plate.
Right.
I don't remember. All I remember is Dustin monopolizing all the High Point guys' time to get free stuff. So.
He did a really good job though, because he got a so, and he got us a free eat cannon. So
He did.
So this one is really light. It's like like I say, it's like holding a couple of paper plates. But this is rated 3A, and then they also sent us a level 4 plate. Now this is much heavier, but as far as level 4 goes, this is pretty thin. So they sent us this to look at, and I don't know, try out, but
it's stupid light too.
Yeah, this is lighter than a steel plate, like a level 3.
That
steel
soft
plate.
body system that we saw at Goals last year is heavier than that plate is.
Oh, nice.
That's soft body. We've got some really good comments going on right now.
Got anything? Worth?
Lefty asked one. Something about ARs.
You want me to scroll up here?
I don't see Lefty's comments.
Can any
Can
AR
any
upper
AR
Yeah.
upper work with any AR lower?
Yes and no. Armalite can only work with Armalite, I believe, unless there's some unknown manufacturer that makes like 27 rifles a year out there and they cost like $9,000 a piece. Bear Creek in PSA, there's some sort of alignment issues with the AR-10s where they don't play well together. You have a problem in the receiver extension where you get binding and stuff like that. But for the most part, like Anderson will go on PSA will go on Anderson, DPMS, and so on and so forth. It's really just try it. And if it doesn't work, buy another one. You'll eventually get it right. But no, we've seen a lot of people actually put Bear Creek Arsenal on AR PSA lowers, and it works just fine. So it's really one of those things where it's like, it depends on how they're feeling at that point in time.
Also, I feel like this is a loaded question, but
Sure.
guns make me broker. How many rounds? Let me throw that up there. How many rounds have any of you put through a YC9?
I have not shot the YC9 yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've shot the High Point carbine. I've shot their 10 mils. I've shot the C9 to hell.
The JHP 40. I got 50 rounds through that.
I've shot a JHP 40. Those are just sadness in a brick.
That's a cinder block, where a regular YC9 is.
Brandon, my daughter can hit 12 for 12 at about 20 yards. I'm sorry, 9 for 9 at 12 yards. Jesus, I can't math. And she was 12 at the time. So when people say you can't hit anything with a High Point, my daughter does just fine. What's your excuse? You got to keep them clean, though, people. That's where people mess up. It's a freaking roll pin. Quit being a chicken shit. Just knock the thing out, take the gun apart, and clean it. It'll run.
You know, and we knock the guys with the yeet cannons and stuff, but I mean, Nate's seen it with guys that go to competition and competition pistol, where they will, I mean, have a straight up high point bone stock and outshoot everybody with the Gucci Glocks they have going around. And I mean, as long as it works for you, boo boo, then you good.
Yeah. Anything
Yeah,
you train, you're gonna run.
That's exactly right. Right. The important part is training. Familiarizing yourself with your firearm as much as you can, and that will be what makes you accurate and proficient with it.
There we go.
But if you run out of ammo, you can throw it at them and it would hurt.
Yep.
So
A
brick.
It can definitely be used as a bludgeoning weapon.
It can.
Which level 3? Is it just a standard level 3, level 3A, level 3 plus? And it depends on what manufacturer. See, this is my biggest pet peeve with body armor. Depending on who you ask, their stuff will stop different shit. And it's like I've seen 3 plus say, "Oh, we can stop up to like a 6.5 Creedmoor," and I'm going, "That thing's traveling at Mach Jesus. You really gonna boast that?" Because I mean, what a lot of people don't understand is they think the size of the round matters. Well, it does, but those little rounds moving really, really fast, it's like the difference between getting stabbed with a freaking marker and getting stabbed with a pencil. A marker's going to suck, but a pencil's going to go through you. So, I mean, it really depends on the manufacturer. They've got, who was the guy? He got level 5 armor off of wish.com or something, and it wouldn't even stop like a what was it? Like a 243. I mean, granted, that round's moving pretty fast too, but it depends. It depends on the manufacturer. It depends on what
you pay. You pay for what you get,
Right.
So
yeah, it really is. Level 3 plus normally they will stop up to a 44 mag. A level 3 will stop up to like 223 and 556, and then a level 3 plus 3A will no, I'm sorry, 3A will stop 44 mag. 3 plus will stop up to like a 308. From what people say, I don't know. I've never been shot by anything wearing body armor, so I wouldn't know. So, and I haven't shot any body armor, so it's not like I can go, yes, I've seen this do this. I know a 7.62 by 25 will punch through first gen Kevlar.
And there's a video idea. You want us to like each wear body armor and shoot each other? And
No.
Okay.
No, that's not a good idea.
Ryan, take it easy
I
with the
mean,
gunshot wounds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind shooting at body armor as the target, but no one behind it. Yeah, which, we've done before here at the shop as a test to see how well the body armor performs. We've got some level 3 plates in the back that held up really well to 5.56, but then when you hit it with 308, it was a no-go.
Right. Let's see. Here you go. Cedar Lake Landscaping. I'm 18. I'm shopping around for home defense. I can't decide either a 12 gauge shotgun or a PCC, pros and cons. Well, I think your 12 gauge will finish the job faster.
Personally, for my home defense, I have Claymore set up strategically around the house. No,
you only got to be 18 to get Claymores, right, Ryan?
And unfortunately, I'm not entirely certain that he's bullshitting. It depends. How good of a shot are you? A 12 gauge bullpup is like the overall length is what, like 26 inches long, and it makes getting through doorways and stuff way easier. A 12 gauge pump has a very distinctive sound. It's also diagnostic. If you rack a 12 gauge and you hear, Dad, it's Tommy, don't shoot me. It's Tommy, and you're not going to shoot him. Otherwise, you hear somebody go thump, 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 crash as they dive through your front window and run away. And you go, oh, I got to call the police. Someone was in my house. Or if you don't hear anything but floorboards creaking as they come toward you, hunker down and point it towards the door and let them know they got some hot shit coming their way. Because that person is there for nefarious means or for nefarious reasons.
There you go, Nate. You're gonna have to have words with Nerds with Guns.
Why?
I got it pulled up there. He said King of Camo stream got boring, so I jumped over to D-Boss. What's up, y'all?
Oh shit.
Isn't that Ryan?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, Nerds with Guns is cool. He's trolling us a little bit. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, no, he's cool.
Because he knows that we're on the same line together.
All right. So, real quick, our buddy the Texan. I have a Remington 870 12 gauge. How expensive is Wooks to get their stuff? I want to put my smoking treats on that weapon. So they aren't cheap. I don't know that I put. Let me go back over.
Texan, know your role, son. It's smoky treats,
Smoking treats.
not smoking treats.
Yeah.
If you're gonna miss smoking, better.
Maybe he does mean smoking treats.
So I'm going to show this real
Not what I
quick.
said.
So like this is the
Oh,
eight.
you got it all loaded already.
Well, I forgot to put up I was in such a hurry. I forgot to put up the Mossberg 500 set. But this is like the AR Vigilante set. So you're getting the stock and the handguard and the pistol grip. And that starts at $559.
I'm looking it up now, Texan.
Yeah. Otherwise, feel free. You can head over to their site here. They were kind enough. They did give us they gave us a promo code DBOSS10 to get 10% off. So we can save you 10% off of that.
Which is pretty significant. It's almost $60.
Right. So
What's up, Grayson?
All right. So you said for the 870, right?
yeah. Grayson, you still owe me a fight, buddy.
Little Mr. Grayson.
Who's Grayson?
He's our little man actor that comes in and calls
Oh.
Goldie.
Yeah.
He's really good at talking down to Ryan.
You know, he's like that type.
Dude, he is a trip, man. When he comes over and hangs out with us, we laugh our balls off. He's also notorious for crop dusting the showroom.
He does. Yeah. You can't walk behind him. He's strategic like that. You can't do that.
Yeah, he'll like walk up behind you real quiet and then walk away. Or he'll like make a circle around you and then walk away. And just completely encircle you.
So it's about 400 for the Remington 870.
There you go, Texan. About 400.
But you can make 4 payments of $99.75 with Sezzle.
There you go.
I still don't know what that actually is.
Sam, stop on by when you can, bud.
Just like, I can make payments? Yes. No, I don't know what that is. It's not real.
I'm falling behind here in the chat.
Where's the fellow in the blue shirt? Oh, when is the fellow in the blue shirt due?
Blue?
He's trying to allude that I'm pregnant.
Oh,
Huh?
you're
Tom, you need to leave this fucking kettle alone.
I was like, I thought he was talking about me, and I'm like, is bro colorblind? I'm just white.
No, just unoriginal and lame. Just
Yeah,
another
it's
fucking
funny.
lemming in our shit.
All the guys that make fun of us for being fat are probably ugly as shit and even fatter than us.
You know what?
And they're
That's the
hiding
problem.
on the
We got so
internet.
much flow. We got jealousy is an ugly thing.
Either that or their mom made them eat her pussy when they were younger. And
Yeah, this is peak male performance. Okay.
yeah, that's right.
Also, not one of them has put any kind of content out for us to judge.
Yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The one guy that did, he was saying, "Oh, I'm just worried about your guys' health." I watched one of his videos, and he's shooting, and his arm is flapping like bat wings, and I'm like, "Dude, listen, your genetics make you slim-ish. You can eat a dick."
Oh, that's funny.
Guys, anybody have questions for me? Because I do have to head out and go see my wife and make sure she's not hurting herself. So
Make
if
sure
y'all got
she
any
doesn't have
questions,
blood
if anybody in the
poisoning.
chat's got questions for me before I leave out, I'll answer them real fast. And then I'll let you guys just have the presence of Nate.
Blessing you with my presence.
Blessing with presence. I say presence or presence? What did I say?
Presence.
Presence is a.
Not presents.
I mean, do you want presents?
I'll take 'em.
Your presents.
What you got?
Your birthday's not till November, so
Yeah.
I know what we're getting you for your birthday. We're going someplace.
Where are we going?
You know where we're going.
I'm way behind. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up in the chat.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vox the Fox is asking, how are y'all asking questions to him? Is it a donation thing? No, so we're you may not see some of the questions come in from D-Boss's channel if you're joined in on our channel. We're doing a joint live session. So some of the comments you may not get to see.
Yeah, it's actually that's what's the beauty of this software on our end, that it actually combines our channels together. So if you're following the King of Camo, they went live. You're jumped in and you're seeing see the live with us.
Hayden did ask thoughts on the Canic SFX, and I think it's fantastic out of the box.
Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, Brandon asked a good question, referring to one of this. It's one that Dave tried to hide, and it's like, holy shit, he wrote a book.
Yeah, it was hiding Nate's face, so I had to take it down.
Yeah.
So
if Nate would just stop examining his wiener.
Well, I'm looking down at the chat, although
Yeah.
I can see my wiener from there as well.
Yeah, so it really depends on where it's coming from, because it, like, for example, California won't ship you a full high capacity magazine, so you'll probably get it without a magazine or with like a 10-round magazine. Or if I'm not sure about the laws in Arkansas, but if there's something coming in that's not allowed in Arkansas, it's the responsibility of the person shipping it to know the laws. But I mean, if you got weird laws, like you have to have a Canuter switch in your magazine or something, it would really help out whoever you're buying it from to let them know, hey, and just to remind you guys, we got this weird ass law and stuff like that. Because on the shipping end of things, it makes it really nice. Because I know I had to ship to New York, and I spent like an hour researching like the ammunition laws, because the guy that wanted the stuff shipped to him didn't know if it had to go to an FFL or not. In New York's one of those wackadoodle.
But his is a little opposite, though. If you're buying a gun from California, you can bet your ass it's allowed to be in every other state.
Oh yeah.
So there should be no mistake with that. Yeah, so that's a little ordering stuff in from California would not be a problem. So
Tyler D, we still love you anyways, baby. Keep following us.
Awesome. Any more questions for Ryan? Ryan's got to take off.
Ryan, could you take us through your hair routine real quick?
It's very simple. I'll show you.
What was
I wake up in the morning and I go straight across to the bathroom. I take off my hat because I sleep with my hat, like all bald people do. And then I very quickly rinse, soap, rinse again, and then I walk out the door. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, he doesn't wash his balls or ass, just the head.
No. What are you at?
You're one of those psychos that probably uses bar soap and not scalp soap.
No, if you're not using bar soap like a man and scrubbing the skin off your bones, then you're not really a man. So
Hey, I hope L is still on. Did you see that? L is in the chat. What's up, L?
what up, El? Hey, we gonna hang out together at Goals, homie.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I'm gonna take El back to Cotton Eye Joe's, and I'm gonna have him dance with a nice cowboy girl or cowgirl.
Dude, that was awesome to watch.
Dude, L is gonna teach everybody there how to dance. It took him
L's a
3
straight
steps,
pimp.
and he's like, "Oh, I got this."
If I'm not mistaken, didn't he even say that?
Yeah, like once we were up there, me and El went up and we were line dancing and everything. It took him like one song, and El's like, "I got it," and he went back up.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Well, we're gonna have to try to get Dustin on the mechanical bull this year.
Yeah, that was fun. It's very fun.
You know, the funny thing is I was gonna do it last year, but Ryan wouldn't shut the hell up and let me sober up enough to do it. And then finally it got to the point where I'm petty as fuck, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it now. You won't leave me alone.
And I gave him a rose
do
and
it.
everything.
You won't leave me alone,
There's a short
so-
about it. I gave this man a rose, and then he hit me in the dick. So, bye, y'all.
All right, we'll see you, Ryan.
See you, buddy. Drive safe.
Hey, buddy. Bye, guys.
We gotta. All right. So I'm gonna probably preface this with whatever answer I give you, you're not gonna like. So, but for the most part, what was the deal with your vid on not installing the FRT trigger without a tax stamp? Everybody was going crazy about that. So Nate can attest to this too. So all the gun tubers, not all of us, but there's a lot of gun tubers that were in a group together, and we keep an eye on each other's stats. And for the month of March, there was a drop off, a linear drop off where nobody was gaining, nobody was losing, but the views just went stagnant. And no matter what we did, it didn't seem like we could shake it. So sometimes you got to do some rage baiting to try and buck those numbers. And so honestly, that video, everything about it was wrong. And everybody just hangs on to one little thing about that video, about the tax stamp, just that tiny little part about it. So really, realistically, we did that video to increase engagement, also see if we could get ourselves out of that stagnant views for YouTube, because it seemed it went on for weeks. So we can go look back. Nate and I looked at our analytics, and we matched. It was just a flat line for the same amount of time for weeks, and I got frustrated enough that we just couldn't seem to shake it. So
several of our fans caught what it was. And
Yeah.
you can see it in the like they. It's kind of one of those things like, I saw what you did there, I was like, awesome.
Right. And the other thing too is part of that video, if you were following that trend when we were doing the point of view shots, the kind of the whole thing was Dustin's just irritated with this one customer. And so when it's basically part of it too is Dustin not wanting to deal with the guy.
Yeah.
And so also the customer literally says in it, I don't need that. And the name of the video is, I don't need a tax stamp. So most people didn't catch on to that.
The end all be all, and this will answer any question that anybody has a problem with any right. It's freaking entertainment, people. It's not real. You guys are coming at us like we're freaking sitting up here going, I'm not gonna portray. No, shut up. It's all in fun, guys.
Yeah, if you want
you want serious? You
serious.
are in the wrong freaking chat, brother.
Yeah.
Both of our channels aren't anything about being serious.
Yeah.
Hell, Nate's got a Glock with balls on it, for fuck's sake.
Which, by the way, if you guys have not seen, if you guys haven't seen the King of Camos video, Felon, Not a Felon.
Oh my God. That was, Nate, I gotta say, man, that performance was genius. When you're like, not a felon, not a felon, felon, not a felon, not a felon, felon. Oh, I lost it. I got kicked out of my bed.
literally,
I lost my shit watching
we
that.
started that video. I was like, Ryan, I think I have an idea. And we started that video, and we literally, it was completely unscripted. It was just completely impromptu. And when we were done, I looked at Ryan and I was like, dude, I think this is going to be a banger. And sure enough, we're at 4.4 million views on that video right now. So it's one of our, it is our best performing short of all time.
Nice. Good for you guys. That was good. I really enjoyed. I watched that one a few times over.
Yeah.
And I even had to go back and watch it again.
On
So,
Instagram. So when we post stuff on Instagram, we usually get an average of about 1,000 to 2,000 views. We had over 5,000 views in less than an hour. It was blowing up on Instagram, which was awesome to see. And yeah, you know, we all like you were just saying, you know, we were in this huge slump, and it's really because YouTube did this giant renovation to the algorithm. And so basically it reset what everybody watches, and it had to relearn what channels people watch and what to recommend them. And that put us in a really shitty spot because nobody was seeing our videos. It was not pushing our videos out. We were getting on average between 6 to 12,000 views on a video, where we would normally get, 12,000 views in an hour or less.
right.
And so we really had to kind of dig deep and find some good content to put out there so that we could joggle that algorithm and get people back on our channel, which it's worked. We've actually got we had a spike in views in the last 3 or 4 days because of several shorts. He jerry rigged it is another short that we did. That's trending really high right now. And between the two videos, Felon Not a Felon and he jerry rigged it, we've got like 6.5 million views. So it really spiked our channel to the highest peak that we've seen in our lifetime on the channel.
Right. Yeah, and sometimes you just have to shake things up a bit.
Yeah.
Go off brand a little bit to try and shake those numbers. So yeah, that video it's still getting a lot of hate, and a lot of guys are going in there with like vague threats. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's still time to take this video down.
Oh yeah.
Whatever, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Here's what I have to say to you. Shut the fuck up.
I'm unsubscribing. It's like, bitch, we can see who's subscribed,
And you
you're
weren't
not.
subscribed.
Like, it always, I will continue to say it. These morons don't even realize the worst thing they could do to us is nothing.
Mhm.
Leave us alone. Don't interact.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
My favorite is
that's
the
gonna
one.
cause more issues than that stupid shit.
My favorites are the ones that are like the 3-paragraph rants about how we are simps and we are bootlickers, and how we cater to the ATF, and we follow these rules that are not laws. They don't realize, like, bro, we're on the same side. We're making fun of the shit.
Yeah.
We're making fun of the shit. But it's like people get so serious, and they want to
Yeah.
prove their point or prove that they're so 2A that they want to put us down. It's so silly. It's so silly.
And it just brings me back to my other point. It's freaking not real. Like, and when I see a paragraph, I'm like, no, I'm not reading the rest of it. So you wasted probably an hour of your life deleting and retyping in between wipes as you're sitting on the shitter
With your little dick fingers.
While your mom cooks you freaking Hot Pockets,
Yeah.
charges your Game Boy. I have a question for Vox the Fox. I'm gonna kind of out myself as kind of a nerd. Is that a nod to Vox Machina? Just curious. Not really important. I'm just curious.
You're gonna have to look for it in the chat. 'Cause
I'm more 2A than you.
so-
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. It's
I'm
like
so far behind.
people trying to prove that they're so 2A.
Yeah. Oh, well, and that's the other thing too, and you see it with some other gun tubers, but the fact that we're a gun tuber at all, everybody automatically assumes that we need to be this giant voice megaphone 2A absolutist advocate and everything, and it's like, dude, I just want to make some funny videos.
Yeah.
Like I don't,
Yeah.
I'm not. Don't come to
It's
me
not our
for
job.
politics, the news,
Yeah, it's not
whatever.
our job. It's not our job
Yeah.
to though we do in real life we try to fight the good fight for the 2A community. But the reality is, like, we're not politicians, we're not lawmakers. We don't get to make these decisions.
No, we're
Um
living it.
Yeah, and exactly, we see it every day. We have, in order for us to conduct business, we have to abide by the rules. Otherwise, we are not allowed to conduct business. So either we're here open as a gun store, following the rules, serving you, or we're breaking the rules and we're going to jail. What do you think I'm going to do? You know?
You know what? Anybody that goes and if you think everybody should be owning a gun, no questions asked, go sit in an emergency room for a week and see the freaking lunatics that come in there off their meds talking about like killing their mom and all this stuff, and then come talk to me. I worked in a psych center for like a year, and dude, some of the crap that I've seen come into those doors and then walk out straight laced, no outside craziness, terrified me. Because if they wouldn't have been off of their meds, they're like you and I. Well, maybe like me and Dave. But but like, do I believe it's a perfect system? No. Do I believe it's the best in the world? Show me one better.
Yeah.
It takes you over a year to get one single shot 22 caliber rifle with an allotment of like 15 rounds a year in Mexico.
Yeah.
So go tell them about the ATF.
Hey,
Yeah.
Speaking of our fans, we got to ask this question: do you guys get recognized from YouTube outside of the shop, like when getting groceries or gas? So, Nate, you go first.
Absolutely. It happens here locally quite a bit, but it especially happens when we go to gun events. Um, uh, Ryan and I have been recognized at Ace Hardware and Home Depot. You know, people walk up to us like, "Are you on YouTube?" I think I think I seen you in a video. It happened to me at the vape shop. You know, so yeah, 100%, it does, and it's very humbling.
Yeah.
You know, I personally, I don't think we're any kind of celebrities or anything. We're just regular bros like y'all. And so it's very humbling, and it's kind of I don't know, still getting used to being recognized. So you know, if you do see me outside of the shop, I'm totally approachable. Come say hi. Yeah, don't be afraid. I'm just a regular human, just like you. Happy to talk to people. You know, it's kind of it kind of goes with the territory of being on YouTube. So it's a pleasure to meet our fans, people who watch us and support us. You know, so absolutely, we want you to walk up to us and talk to us.
Yeah, at the PSA event, we met a ton of fans, and quite a few of them told us the exact same thing. Like, "Hey, we saw you filming, and we didn't want to interrupt and everything." Like, no, that's when you should come interrupt. When I've got the camera out, come interrupt me.
Yep.
Because that makes it fun. That makes it worthwhile. That reminds us why we have the camera in the first place.
Yep.
So,
And you never know, I might have a cool sticker on me. You know, a cool King Camo sticker on me that I'll give you if you come stop by and say hi. I
Yeah.
usually have a stack of them with me. So, you know, grab yourself a sticker.
Yeah, exactly. So for us too, yeah, same thing. I mean, we get noticed out and about. I had to put it up there.
I figured.
Yeah,
But
that's awesome.
yeah, it's really neat. And for us, for I don't know about you, Dustin, but Quick Trip is the big place for me where I get noticed. It's probably the most frequent stop that I make. You guys have a Quick Trip down by you, but that's with a Q. Ours is with a K.
Yes.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, mine, like, I have people come in here and talk to me for about 30 minutes and then go, "Hey, are you on YouTube?" It's just like, yeah, a little bit.
My favorite is when people walk in and they're like, "Wow, it's just like on YouTube."
Or the people that come in and they stand here and then they all of a sudden they go, "Oh, I've seen this. I've seen this
Yeah.
on YouTube," and they didn't
Yeah.
realize that's exactly where they were standing. Yeah. Again, this is showing probably how far behind I am in the chat. But yeah, the felon not a felon was hilarious.
Thanks, man.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Well, we had fun making it. That's for sure. Ryan and I laughed our balls off.
And you know what? Honestly, though, I think that's why I think I really enjoyed that one. Like knowing you guys and filming with you and everything, and then just like how that flowed.
Yeah.
And like how easy that came. Like
Yeah.
it was almost like you weren't filming.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys did great on that one.
Thanks, man. Yeah.
Let's see. Hayden, do you mean us or do you mean the King of Camo? But yeah, make sure you stop and say hi. Let's see. Sorry, everybody. I am trying to catch up here. I'm sure we're gonna the smoke. These are some great hashtags. We should probably start using these now.
That's great.
Sorry. Yes. Oh, he answered it somewhere here. I went past. Did you find it? The Vox?
No, I can't see his comments.
Oh, my fault. Let me go back up. Sorry, Vox. I'm going to go back up. Nope, that wasn't it. This is going to quickly turn into. This is what it looks like when I teach my dad how to use a computer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Vox, I don't think he answered the question.
Oh,
yeah.
Hayden. Hayden's near Lanier. Oh, that's cool. Well, you should come to the shop, bro.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro?
Come
I don't
check
know.
us out.
Vox, answer that question again. Let's see.
Uh-oh. We got a CS fan in the crowd.
Uh-oh.
He's looking for any op snipers in the shop.
Yeah, that's right. Lefty. That's funny. Lefty, Lefty was in
There it is.
one of our
So
videos,
Vox-
and he got recognized
Vox
at another
restriction
gun
case,
shop
you
in town.
represent your true self, since normally people get a lot of hate for being
Yeet.
sorta. So I'm gonna go with no. That's not in reference to Vox Machina, the anime, but
I saw Xbox.
I'm a nerd. I'll admit that. Like, anime is my happy place because it's not real, never can be.
Oh, well.
I understand your point
Yeah.
about mental illness, but my concern is which government agency. Oh, like I said, dude, not a perfect system. It's like,
yeah, but to completely
Yeah.
completely obliterate it.
see, the problem is my wife is a clinical psychologist, and we have this conversation a lot. And she would totally sign off on people who have had mental issues if she could be protected. To say, yes, they have a structure that makes them allowed to own firearms again. And unfortunately, nobody's willing to say that because none of the insurance companies, none of the entities that they're a part of will protect them to say, yes, they have healthy ways of coping with things. Because I know a lot of veterans that their healthy way of coping with their PTSD and stuff is the range. So you take that away from them and they no longer have their healthy coping mechanisms. So, I mean, it's
a big debate.
We need to get both sides together and work towards the same goal. because we need different people thinking different solutions and figure out what the best solution is. And we'll never see that because everybody wants to be right and no one gives a shit about solving the problem.
There we go, Dustin.
And soapbox.
We could transition to battle
So
axe.
you're live.
Got a battle axe handy. Schling.
I've got two. Which one do you want? You want the dull one or you want the one that'll go through your skull?
Show the new one.
Oh, yep. Showing the new one.
Just don't hit me with it.
You got the chisel Matic, the Matic blade end. It's a freaking chisel.
Loves Dr. Glockenstein. That's an awesome username.
Yes.
Love seeing some good skit channels come together and spend some time with fans. Yeah, that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So
yeah. And like Nate said, like Dave said, we love talking to the fans because you guys make what we do possible. And so far, we've had some really awesome fans. When we say something like, "Hey, you know, I really do want to keep talking, but I got to go," they're like, "Oh, bet, you know, have a good time." So.
I haven't logged on to my OnlyFans in a while. I probably need to update some photos. But doing pew pew and says my therapy is the king of camo OnlyFans. Yes, we do have an OnlyFans channel. We
right.
absolutely do. I can't believe that OnlyFans approved us, but hey, I guess all you got to do is take a photo next to your driver's license, and they'll let you show your dick.
Good to know. I'm glad you figured that out for the rest of us, Nate.
Yeah.
Wait, so you're actually showing spicy content, Nate?
No. Not really.
But
hey, you gotta subscribe to find out.
That's right. It's free right now, but once we start adding the content, it won't be free anymore. We'll be charging for the spicy stuff. Actually, Ryan and I are going to do a Ranger Panty catalog, shirts off and wife beaters kind of thing, you know, in various poses. Usually like one leg up so that balls are hanging out of the Ranger panties.
Just one ball. Just one ball.
Just one. Or one, yeah. The heavier one.
Oh, man. Sorry, guys. I am doing my best to catch up here in the chat.
Those guns are actually.
Sean P says, Nate, I have a question for you. When you airbrush guns, do you run your airbrush with the front cone off, needle tip exposed, or cone on? Well, I'm clumsy, so I run it with the cone on. If you take the cone off and you drop your airbrush, you will bend the tip of your airbrush, and it will never spray right again until you reshape it. So I run it with the cone on because I'm clumsy, but you know, a lot of airbrush artists who do super fine work run it with it off. You just got to be careful with buildup then, because you'll get buildup on the tip of your needle, and then it'll start spraying splotches. So, like, just have a tissue with some acetone in it ready, or a rag with some acetone on it, so you can wipe it clean every now and then.
Wipe clean.
One ball, is that because the one didn't drop it? Yeah, that's why. In Ryan's case, I'm not a cripple anymore. Actually, today I was cleared by the doctor to ride my motorcycle again, so I'll be riding to work tomorrow.
There we go. I'm caught up.
Yeah, I use acetone.
Hey, Nate, I got a question for you. What kind of gloves do you use when you're handling acetone?
I wear a Walmart brand, actually. They're called Venom gloves. They're a nitrile glove. Yeah.
And the acetone doesn't eat them off of your hands?
No.
I'll have to
I'll
pick
have to
some
look.
up and
Yeah, I'll
try
have
it
to
out.
look at that.
Maybe we just got some like Binford 550 friggin' acetone because
If you
I got
use like
chemical gloves.
if you
to
use like
handle
the
that.
traditional like Mylar gloves, the blue ones or the white ones, those will definitely get eaten up by the acetone. The ones that I find always work the best are black. They're black gloves, and they're usually thicker, a little more robust glove. So a little bit harder to get on, but they uphold to the acetone very well.
Okay, because like I got a pair of like really thick chemical gloves for scrubbing parts in acetone. Like if I got to remove rail can or something or whatever, and it melts straight through, and it like
Really?
melt the chemical gloves.
Yeah, no,
And,
no.
when my nitro gloves that I use, they get real loosey goosey and they just start ripping real easy. And
Yeah. Well,
so
so
I'm
like
just
if I'm if I'm painting a gun, that let's say it's a 3-color camo pattern, I change my gloves in the paint during the course of the entire paint job. I probably change my gloves 4 or 5 times. So I go through about 4 or 5 sets of gloves per paint job.
and you're not actually submerging your gloves in acetone.
No, not at
Okay,
all. Yeah.
that's probably where we're differing.
Mhm.
Because I've had some nasty freaking guns come in that I had to scrub the shit out of, and it was like
Yep.
nothing was touching it, and it was like somebody put a shit ton of WD-40 in there, and it just like ambered up and collected all the gunk.
Dustin, try this. The next time you have a greasy gun that you need to clean up, where you need to get all the oil and grease off of it, something like an
Mhm.
AK maybe. Um, have Dave order you some aviation grade simple green. The aviation grade simple green is on another level. It's clear, it's not green. That stuff works so
Then why
well.
not call it Simply Clear?
Uh, yeah, I get. Well, it's their aviation brand,
Sure.
and so
The thing,
that stuff is amazing. It's what we
yeah.
use here at the shop, and so I use very little acetone when it comes to cleaning guns. Really, if it's something that the aviation grade simple green can't remove, then I resort to acetone in a spray bottle, and I'll hit the part with some acetone, and but uh, for the most part, the simple green does it the best, and it's way
Sure.
cheaper than acetone.
Oh yeah, that's facts. I usually don't get wrist deep in acetone, but sometimes somebody brings in something rattle canned and I'm trying to troubleshoot, and it's like I got to remove all this shit, and they're like, I
Yeah,
don't care, I want to re-blue it anyways. It's like
right.
whatever. So I don't get into that argument, but
I don't know if you guys want to answer this, but what's your personal concealed carry?
Beretta 92 FS.
I normally carry a Sig P365.
Remember, don't touch it.
Oh, I won't. Yeah. I normally carry a Sig P365, but lately, I'll show you here. This has been my daily carry. I mean, it's a fun daily carry, but um,
Yeah.
it's a Beretta Bobcat 22 long rifle. Not really the best stopping power, but
Hey, you put it in someone's left eye socket, I bet you they stop.
damn right. Actually, I got pulled over the other day, and the uh, the officer asked for my driver's license, and I said it's in my little carry bag here. I also have a firearm in there, and he's like, "Oh, it's okay." I said, "Should I just put the firearm on the dash?" And he said, "Yep." And so when I pulled it out, it was that Beretta Bobcat with the suppressor on it. And I set it on the dash, and he was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "You're
Nice.
the first person I've ever pulled over that has a suppressor on his daily carry."
Nice. Sweet. Somebody is citing all the amendments for us.
Shall not be infringed.
I don't know. Last time I read the Second Amendment, which, by the way, did you see that on your?
I did.
Yeah. Oh
Dude,
man.
when you post stuff like that, you always get mad likes. Mad likes.
Yeah. And one guy went in there and actually, you could tell he was anti 2A, and it was like just going into a hornet's nest. It was amazing.
Got eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah, beware all liberals. You come to our channel, you're gonna get fucking roasted and spit back out.
Nate, have you had a chance to handle the Echelon from Springfield?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of it?
It's a dope pistol.
Yeah.
Dope pistol.
In Springfield, they do it right. They send you everything you need.
Yep.
So
I've always been a big fan of Springfield Armory. My first daily carry pistol was a Springfield XD double stack subcompact 9mm.
Yep.
Love that pistol still till today. And Springfield that makes great guns. Great guns. Their 1911s are awesome. They've got some new 1911s and 2011s that are out that are really nice. I think they're bang for buck. They're one of the best.
Hey, Texan, he straps it to the side of his wiener.
How do you carry with a suppressor?
Well, I carry it in my little tote bag. So there's like a
fanny pack.
Yeah, a little fanny, my man purse.
It's a satchel.
Yeah. Which, by the way, and I really don't want to mention it because we don't have any links or anything established with them yet. I'm gonna have another chat with them on Tuesday. But Retro Rifle, they make some sweet fanny packs.
Yes.
I might have to look at getting one of those.
Yep. Totally agree.
This is funny. The YouTube police. These guys' skits are hilarious, but don't tell them I said that. Well, guys, I think we're gonna let it roll here for another few minutes. So last minute questions, let's get them in. Because it's Friday night and we want to go home.
Yep.
I want to go home and go to bed.
I still have some laser engraving to finish up before I leave, but
I got to use mine today, my laser engraver.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just not as cool as yours, Nate.
Well, you got to get you a cool one.
Well, I don't have that kind of money.
Trust me, neither did I.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, they picked up the 1911 today. The one that we engraved with the.
Oh, yeah. Did they like it?
Loved it.
Awesome.
Absolutely loved it. So they're taking it out to the range tomorrow.
Dope.
So, yeah. Yeah. So thank you again for that. Anybody who hasn't seen it, I did a video of me traveling down to Nate's shop and him helping us out coding a custom 1911 for us and giving it a custom laser engraving on the slide. Turned out amazing.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed, although you won't hear me saying this often about Cerakote, I enjoyed spraying that Ranger FX color. That's such a dope color, man. I love it.
Yeah. I really like that one too. And it was a kind of a surprise because we only like if you watch the video, Nate calls it unicorn cum because it's just white and sparkly, and you don't realize that it's going to come on that green and gold color. So when we did my custom 1911 in that color, I really didn't know what to expect, and I fully was like, "Oh, if I don't like it, we'll just change it." So I'm glad we went with that color, went that route because
yeah, it's a super cool color. I'm gonna have to put it on one of my guns.
To answer your question, Vox, I wouldn't piss them off in the first place. Everyone loves that. He asked, "Hey, boss fellas, if you had to defend against Navy SEALs, what would you use?" I wouldn't piss them off in the first place.
yeah, no,
all those guys, 20th Group, SEALs, Delta, they're all just cut from a different cloth.
this is the second time I've had to reference the Hellion this week, and I think they've been making it since like 2017. I think Springfield said when I was on their site trying to figure out how to make it, because it's ambidextrous, how to switch it over to a left ejection port. So I don't know, man. It's a bullpup.
My taint always itches when I have an explosion happening that close to my face.
Yeah. I mean, it's neat that they make it ambidextrous, but
yeah, I thought they were cool as shit until I had an AR blow up in my hands, and then I'm like, I'm kind of pretty, and I don't want that happening right next to my face. Thanks.
So Cactus Cryptid, you asked a question earlier about an EDC for your wife. She's slightly physically disabled.
Yeah.
If you're local to either us or DeBoss Firearms, I highly recommend you come by the shop. The Springfield or the Smith and Wesson EZ is a great choice for being able to rack the firearm if you don't have a whole lot of hand strength. They make a safety and non-safety model. So that's a great everyday carry pistol, and it's offered in 380 and 9 mil. We can get you one of those, no problem. But yeah, if you're local to us, just come by. We'll help you out. We'll put one in your hands, and you can test it out. You're in Texas, gotcha.
And like I said before, I mean, don't discount a 22 or a 22 mag. I mean, you put one in someone's head, they're gonna go down.
Yep.
I talked to a surgeon that had one. It punched through a kid's sternum. He's 14, bisected both ventricles. He was dead before the bus got there. It's really more about shot placement, trigger control, all those things, and not to mention what kind of disabilities are we talking about? Is it hand disabilities? Because that's going to play a big role on what you pick. I had a lady in one of my classes, her thumb broke when she was a kid and healed wrong. So instead of cocking back out, it went out the side. And so, like, loading up like you normally would, she couldn't do that. So I had to transfer her to Weaver grip, like a modified Weaver grip, so her thumb could rest against the frame so she had more control. And after we figured that out, she started shooting really good. So it's not a simple, get a P365, or it's a very, very in-depth conversation, and it would be best if that she was with you when you had that conversation with somebody, because you can describe things all you want, but she's the one that's going to have to manipulate it.
Right. Texan, there are a lot of variables in that question, buddy. For the actual service, like when we actually have your slide here, we're a little backed up at the moment, and I even hate saying it, but we're about 6 to 8 weeks out. So it just kind of depends on what you're looking to have done. So, and that is once the slide is here. So
once Big Daddy Nate comes down and teaches me the ins and outs of spraying. We'll be able to cut that down a little bit more.
Well, we're
Oh,
coming
yeah.
in July. We're gonna come work at DeBoss Firearms for a week. We're gonna shut down our shop. We're gonna come in July, and just hang out there, and we'll have some fun for sure.
And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
it's the employee exchange program.
Best is gonna just be like leaving Ryan up front. Like, Ryan, you got the front. We're going in back.
Yep.
Yeah. And knowing boss, him and Nate will be like, we're going to varsity club. See you in an hour.
2
We'll
hours.
be gone for longer than an hour.
Oh man.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having us on your your live broadcast, Dave.
Yeah. Always.
We always enjoy partnering up with you guys. You know, you guys are our brothers from to the north, and yeah, it's always a good time.
Yeah, we really enjoy it, and we've kind of let the live stream and the chat know that before, that we're thinking about teaming up and starting our own channel together. So we just got to work out some details. So hopefully we can keep the collaborations going.
Yep.
So
And I think we'll get that done sooner than later, maybe.
yeah, I'm hoping so. Sorry, I just saw.
Ryan will be on frontline dancing with one nut out.
Yep. Him and his ranger
Oh.
panties.
Yeah, I don't know if I got that. I think I might have that in here. Let me see. Not his ball, but
A picture of his ranger panties.
no, I was hoping I had Grumpy GI gear because of
Oh,
those ranger panties came from
Yeah.
Grumpy GI. I don't. I'll have to get that on the next live. But
I can't wait to meet him come goals. Like, you guys
Mhm.
keep telling all these cool stories about the guy, and I'm like,
oh, he's
shit,
such a stand-up bro. Really such a cool guy, and you know, he's a veteran, and he a very high-ranking veteran, but he doesn't act like it, and he just acts like a caring, loving American, you know. And he's absolutely awesome. We love him, and that's why we love to support his brand here at the shop. You know, anytime we see a question, where did you get that shirt, or we're always directing people over to grumpygi.com to get some dope ass politically incorrect t-shirts.
yeah, exactly.
All right, boys.
Yeah,
Well, that was fun.
it was fun. So go enjoy your laser engraving.
Okay, y'all have a good night. God bless.
All right. Good night, everybody.